an argument with someone this month, it's going to clearly show their lack of understanding and their ignorance, and you must not let that distract you from what you are trying to do and from what you are trying to achieve in life, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So this is what you need to remember. Your number this month, it's number 13, 1-3. Yet again, this is a quite powerful number, and it means that you are about to slowly but surely start a very, very powerful transformation in your life. In fact, that very same day, which means on the 13th of March, you are absolutely going to have enough of something. And when you have enough of something, this is going to create such a powerful and great push towards you doing something that you feel a little bit uncomfortable about, purely because it is like a kind of a lot to do with you making a certain step which makes you feel like you are doing or like some kind of a risk, something very, very risky. But you will know that if you don't do this, my gorgeous Gemini, you're never going to be able to move on with your life. So this in itself, it's really important. So what you have to remember this month, my gorgeous Gemini, is the fact that when some kind of argument happens here, you know, this in itself, it's actually only going to show their own ignorance. And ignorance from that person, obviously, and their own lack of understanding. And as I said, you must not let this distract you, because you need to kind of see this as a gift, as something really sacred, something really special, something really enlightening. It's not about argument. It's not about fight. It's not about negativity. I'm not saying you're going to have a fight. It's not about negativity, but it's more about you having a rather enlightening experience. Why? Because you will realize that you are right. Of course you're right, my gorgeous Gemini, but you will realize how clever you are. You will realize how smart you are. You will realize how intelligent you are. You will realize that all along you were absolutely right, super right about something very specific. So it doesn't really matter about this. You just must not let this distract you from what you are doing or confuse you from what you are trying to do and what you are trying to achieve in life, because it almost looks like someone is going to be standing on your way and you're the only one who can actually go through and go forward. Okay, so this in itself means that almost as if someone is going to try to prevent you from doing something that you know that you should do, that you know that it's the right thing. It's to do with your life, and it's to do with making a necessary step that somebody may not like it, but this is to do with your life, this is to do with your lifestyle, this is to do with your success, this is to do with your happiness, this is to do with things that you want to achieve, but most importantly, this is to do with a major blockage that you need to work on in your life. So this is so important. Look at this, my gorgeous Gemini. Where is it? Pam param pam 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 pararam pam 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 pararam. Here. Okay. Oh god, just drop the whole tarot lot. Just a second. Sorry, my gorgeous Gemini. This is I just need to look which card came down. This one was on the other side of the other side. Look, transformation. You see, surprise, and your well-being. You know, at the end of the day, I think something was affecting you so much, some kind of worry and some kind of problem, my gorgeous Gemini, and it started affecting your health because you've been worrying about it so much. There is this blockage that kind of like really manifested in your life, and now you are going to have this wonderful opportunity to actually work on this and do something about it. And this in itself is going to show you clearly which people you can trust and which people you can not trust in your life. And what I was going to show you now, and before I say this, you know, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment you're going to have this month as well. And the beautiful moment is going to be someone is going to make you feel really special. Someone is going to make you feel really unique. Someone is going to make you feel so beautiful. And it's not, I'm not talking about a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, no baby, no. It's more about someone being such a beautiful person in your life. Someone very prominent. It's more like a friend. It's more like about someone who you can always count on. It's more like a someone who just makes you feel alive again. Not necessarily partner, husband, wife, but it's more about being recognized by the certain person in your life, but like a friend, as somebody who is just going to make you feel so good about yourself, you know. And this is also going to be really, really important, because after that moment in time, through that person, you're also going to be able to see the beauty in life where you couldn't see the beauty before. And this is just so important, because through that person, you're also going to open your eyes on a spiritual level, and you are gonna find out and realize something very specific, especially when it comes to reading the signs, and especially when it comes to the power of synchronicity. There is some kind of invaluable information that you're actually going to gain and get through that person in your life, someone very, very special indeed. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's almost as if you are also going to you are going to have something very important. You're gonna do something really important. You're gonna do something that really worries you. This is very important, and this is gonna happen within the first 15 days of March. Within the first 15 days of March. This is blowing me away now, because this is gonna be really important to you. This is really personal, and it's blowing me away. It's because this has caused so much worry in your life, and you didn't want to worry about this, but you just couldn't help. So within the first 15 days of March, this is something very, very personal to you, like extremely personal to you. Like, can't even, you know, something that you can't say to everyone. So within the first 15 days of March, something is going to unfold, something is going to happen, something is going to take place. Almost as if you're going to go and find out something, or you're going to go and do something. You're going to nip the bud type of thing, you know. But this what you need to do. It's making you really scared, and it's making you feel really worried. And this is also going to be at around the time when someone is going to make you feel so good, and someone is going to make you feel so special. And this is that special person that I'm talking about, you know, someone very special and very prominent in your life. It's going to really kind of step forward, and it's going to make you feel so good at around the time where you are kind of maybe feeling so scared, and so like, my God, petrified, because you are going to be waiting for some kind of news and information that is going to make you ridiculously anxious. And this person is, and you're going to be absolutely fine, by the way. You're going to be absolutely, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. You're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. The chaos is coming to an end with this, through this. But it's more about this wonderful person, this beautiful person who is going to be supporting you throughout. It's just so amazing. And there is something so specific that you're going to learn and realize about yourself through that person as well. And also this is going to create such a wonderful and magical moment in your life. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, what I was going to check here is, like, for example, when it comes to, you know, having this argument, and then when it comes to lack of someone's understanding through their ignorance, and when it comes to you not being distracted, this is going to lead towards, look, they just came out by itself. This is going to lead towards you living your life again, doing things that you wanted to do in such a long time. This is going to bring you so much closer to people. You have no idea how things are connected. You will realize how specific things were connected in such a way where you thought, like, if this part of your life affects you, there is no way that something else is going to be affected. So you will be able to see the bigger picture. And then at the same time, this is bringing important closure to you. And this closure is so important, like, oh my God. And that it's all gonna lead towards a new beginning here. And this new beginning that you are going to have, it's not a brand new beginning, my gorgeous Gemini, but it's more about the actual continuation of things that have been kind of frozen in your life and put on hold for way too long. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, what else I was going to say, you know, it's like just basically about you realizing, you know, about this worry that dominated your life for way too long. You know, for the last few months, you were just keep on worrying, and specifically, you know, by the 25th of March, you know, the worry, it's about, you need to understand that what, especially what you're going to be worrying about on the 25th of March, that is going to bring a little bit of pressure and stress into your life. You need to understand that that in itself, it's actually a really good sign, because these problems are soon about to be resolved as well. So this is something that you need to remember. And you know, and at the same time, you know, it's about mind-blowing inspiration that you are going to have, specifically at around the 17th of March. What you're going to see, it's going to inspire you so much. And at the same time, something really strange and unusual, it's actually going to happen on at around the 17th of March 2023. So you need to pay attention to what exactly it's going to inspire you so much to make the necessary step, to make the necessary move. It's not only about an inspiration, but it's the bravery that you are going to have with an element and part of your life that would normally like really terrify you and petrify you, because it's connected to so many uncertainties ahead. But now vividly you will be able to connect to this vibration and connect to this energy, and this is going to pull you forward like never before. You're going to become aware of this energy that you haven't felt in years, like centuries, my gorgeous Gemini, and that in itself, it's all going to lead towards you making an important decision, you know, and that decision that you're going to make, you know, it's like basically also going to be important, because it's like the part of your natural progression, you know, where your life could go on the next stage, next level after this moment in time. By the end of this month, you are going to become aware of a mind-blowing opportunity. You are going to become aware of an amazing opportunity. And what I want to say to you, when it comes to the 1st of March, when it comes to the 11th of March, and when it comes to the 21st of March, these 3 days are going to really open your eyes, and you're going to learn something so specific about yourself and about so many other things as well. Almost like this is going to be like a spiritual enlightening moment, which is after that going to open your eyes. They're going to open you up spiritually. They're going to open your mind, and at the same time, this is all kind of going to set you towards you recognizing and realize this amazing opportunity by the end of March. If you didn't go, what you're going to actually go through and what you're going to become aware of on the 1st, 11th and the 21st of March, you wouldn't even be able to recognize this opportunity. So it's about some kind of experience, some kind of learning experience, but at the same time you are going to have this some kind of sense of urgency, how much you want to kind of speed up with certain things in your life. No matter what it happens, that's exactly how you're going to feel. So this is all going to lead towards you having an amazing opportunity by the end of the month, but you have to be strong, you have to be bold, you have to be courageous, and you have to be optimistic. Now this is going to be a time to take action and to do what you are so passionate about. And at the same time, you need to ignore the illusion of entrapment. Please, for the love of God, you need to ignore the illusion of entrapment, because this is going to require from you maybe to go somewhere and do certain things, and then this is going to kick in some kind of illusion of entrapment. So you need to snap out of it immediately, okay? So because this is going to affect your confidence and it's going to make you afraid to take action. So now it's time to take responsibility for your own life, my gorgeous Gemini. Indeed, you know, it's like all also by the end of this month, you're also going to have a brilliant insight, okay? Because what is actually going to happen, you are gonna really kind of you're gonna be dealing with an exciting intellectual challenge as well. And this exciting and intellectual challenge that you're gonna be dealing with, you know, this in itself, it's going to bring you an important insight, and that in itself, it's going to be connected to the specific information that you are going to be provided by, that you might find a little bit challenging to receive. That's fine. You can find certain information challenging to receive. This is entirely down to you how you're gonna absorb this. But when it comes to you kind of like reviewing certain documents at around the same time, this is when you need to be careful and you need to read everything. So I would say this to protect yourself. I would just cover the whole month when it comes to that. If it comes to some kind of information you need to sign, if it comes to some kind of documents that you need to sign, always, of course, before you sign something, you need to read everything. But sometimes people are really silly because people sign their life away without reading what they're actually signing. For my goodness, please, I want to say to you, not only when it comes to March, but when it comes to like your life in general, if you want to sign something, if someone gives something to you to read something carefully, like in a document wise, and you need to sign it, you know what you're signing, things like that, please read the whole thing, because there is something that you are going to find that you weren't aware of before. So that's why throughout this month, I need you to, like, if you do come across some kind of a document or something to sign, just to review all your options very carefully. And you can only do this by reading the whole thing. Do not miss anything out, because you are waiting to find something that you didn't know. I'm not saying that this is going to be bad. I'm not saying that this is going to be horrible, but I'm saying about the specific information that, first of all, it's going to surprise you, but very soon later on, something really interesting is going to come out of it as well. And you will see exactly what I mean, because that in itself is going to show you the way where you never thought that the way is ever going to be, ever going to exist. That in itself is going to make you learn something very specific and very special about yourself in the best possible way. Fantastic. Okay, so now my gorgeous Geminini, basically what else I was going to say, when it comes to nutrition, I highly suggest you to do this, okay? Take natural vitamin D3, which is going to be superb when it comes to boosting your immune system. It's good for the energy, and at the same time, it's really beneficial for your sensitive bones, alongside a natural zinc picolinate. A natural zinc picolinate, it's a highly absorbable version of zinc, which works really perfectly with vitamin D3 in order to boost your immune system. You protect yourself, and at the same time, it's so beneficial for your skin, hair, and nails. And the third thing that I wanted to recommend you would be organic chlorella. And organic chlorella is a really powerful supplement because it has got omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but at the same time, it's super beneficial to actually boost our immune system as well. And at the same time, it's fantastic when it comes to detoxifying our body from the dangerous metals. Whether you believe this or not, time to wakey, happy. The dangerous metals are absolutely everywhere. They're in the sky, they're in the ground, they're in the soil, and they're dangerous because they're making us feel quite unwell. And at the same time, they're preventing our body from absorbing important nutrients. And this is when things go completely wrong. And organic chlorella has got the power to detoxify our body from all these dangerous metals. It's been proven over and over and over again. So of course that I have got my own brand of vitamins and minerals, because I just got tired of looking for vitamins and minerals out there in so-called health shops that are vile, like full of chemicals, dirty things in, and it's not good for you really at all. So my vitamins are made of an exceptional quality, of course. So this is natural vitamin D3, this is natural zinc picolinate, and this is organic chlorella. Okay, so these vitamins you can see in the description below, in a link. You will see the links, and at the same time you can just go on the Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my vitamins are going to come up that way as well. I want to say, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm going back on I'm going to start with the first important day, which is going to be the 1st and the 2nd of April. Now, the March, sorry. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Sorry, the 1st and the 2nd of March. You are going to the 1st and the 2nd of March. Probably the 1st and the 2nd of April, you know, the next month are going to be just as important when it comes to this situation. And on the 1st and the 2nd of April next month, you are going to be able to see how far you have already gone from what was happening on the 1st and the 2nd of March. So what is going to happen on the 1st and the 2nd of March? On the 1st and the 2nd of March, you are going to have the answer to the problem you will be facing, you know, sorry, on the 1st and the 2nd of March, you are going to have the answer to the problem that you were facing, you know, the problem that you will be facing, you were facing for a while. So the 1st and the 2nd of March, sorry, is going to bring you the answer to the problem that you will be facing, you know, that you were facing for a while now. So the answer to that is be persistent. You can do this, okay? Everything is going to be absolutely fine. So the bottom line is, on the 1st and the 2nd of March, you are going to be facing the certain problem. It's going to be highlighted, something that's getting on your nerves, something that's making you feel so happy, something that's making you feel so incomplete, something that's making you feel so sad, something that's making you feel so negative, something that's been making you feel absolutely anxious for way too long. This is going to be highlighted on the 1st and the 2nd of March, because you are not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. You have to reground yourself, recenter yourself. You need to get your balance back. You can only get your balance back by staying and being persistent with those parts of our lives that means to us the most. And it doesn't really matter what we do, how we do, as long as we are expressing ourselves, and as long as we are really living our passion and following our passion, because that's the way to make most of this life. Because all of us are almost identical little spirits, but as identical we are so different. We are as different, you know, as we are identical as well. So it's all down to our spiritual journey, soul purpose, spiritual purpose, life purpose, and of course mama karma as well. So the 1st and the 2nd of March are bringing you the answer to the problem, you know, that you will be facing. So be persistent. You can do this. Everything will be absolutely fine. You're super able and capable to actually do this. And at the same time, there is some kind of hidden enemy that it's actually going to be highlighted. A hidden enemy, it's going to be highlighted here, and this is going to blow you away just a little bit. But then again, at least you will know where you are, you will know who to trust, and you will know who you cannot trust whatsoever. It doesn't really matter about this hidden enemy being kind of revealed to you, because you know, very soon after that moment in time, you are really going to become aware of this a very, very interesting opportunity. And this opportunity that you're going to become aware of, it's already going to be happening to you by the end of 18th of March. By the end of the 18th of March, you are going to be able to take this opportunity on. So this doesn't really matter, this hidden enemy that you're going to become aware of. So you will know who to kind of protect yourself from. You will know who to trust and who not to trust. That is going to shake you up just a little bit for a second or two. But then again, very shortly after that moment in time, you're going to become aware of this amazing opportunity. This is only the beginning of, and that opportunity you will be able to take on by the end of the actual 18th of March 2023. But this is something that it's going to give you enough time how to approach this. It's going to give you enough time to think about it, and it's also you're going to find something quite challenging when it comes to that opportunity. So by the actual 18th of March, you are going to be able to prepare prepare yourself mentally and spiritually. So that's on another hand telling me that, oh my God, if you can possibly do something spiritual for yourself in between the 1st and the 18th of March, this would be so important. Maybe visit the forest a little bit, rejuvenate yourself, regenerate yourself, mentally prepare yourself for what's to come, because it's going to be good, but it's going to need from you to have a clear head completely, like 100%. And you can only do this and achieve this when you do something spiritual. You are Gemini, so you are extremely empathic, you're an empath, and you're very, very spiritual. You know, you're ridiculously spiritual. You feel things, you know things, and I like the way you just naturally drift towards those things that interest you, regardless what other people say. I love this because it's absolutely mind-blowing mind-blowing quality. Sorry, darling. Mind-blowing quality, you know. So I really like that, because sometimes certain people can get very easily manipulated by the people's energy. If energy is very strong by someone, people can get manipulated really easily, and that in itself doesn't work on you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's absolutely mind-blowing quality indeed. So this is bringing you this absolutely amazing opportunity, and this opportunity is really kind of gonna make you do what you want to do. It's gonna make you follow your dream. It's gonna make you follow your passion at a time when you kind of least expect this. Indeed, this is gonna start a process of change. This is gonna start a process of alteration as well. So the 18th of March is actually going to be a big mama, because it's all about this process of change starting, and also showing you exactly alteration. What do you need to alter in order to be consistent with specific things in your life? You also need to reflect and see what you have been inconsistent about and why. There are very, very interesting answers that you shall actually have. So this is fantastic. And by then you're also going to hear something really weird and unusual, but good, which is going to give you quite interesting idea. But this in itself, it's more to do with your home and immediate environment, because now you're also going to start thinking about, at some point, you know, you're going to find yourself thinking about moving on or doing really big change when it comes to your immediate environment. You're going to be like, where's that coming from? And now you're not going to want to kind of move on your home or something, do like immediate change within your immediate environment straight away, but you're going to find yourself throughout the March thinking a lot about, like, now suddenly every time when you're like kind of by yourself and thinking, your mind is going to start drifting towards you either wanting to move or either wanting to make a really big change. It's not about doing that tomorrow, but you will see that, you know, for some reason you're going to feel very strong and very adamant and very keen to actually do this, you know, and this is a very good sign, because it means that you have, it means that very, very horrible stage of your life, it's coming to an end, and now you're opening up, and now you're kind of open and like kind of open towards new experiences, and you're open towards those things that have been like at the back of your mind for way too long. So a lot is going to start coming out like this, you know, so don't be surprised, especially in between the 1st, 2nd of March and the 15th of March. In between the 1st, 2nd and the 15th of March, you are going to kind of feel the need to reconnect with lots of people and see lots of people, and you will want to kind of go out there and do things. You know, it's all a great and healthy sign that you are coming out of a very, very difficult, dark stage and the period in your lives. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to show you like this absolutely beautiful, look how powerful this is, silicone, absolutely gorgeous crystal indeed. Look how striking it is. Very, very powerful. It has got the ability to bring us right down immediately. It helps us to, it protects us from a negative energy. It protects us from negative people, negative vibrations. It's so effective when it comes to us feeling scared, nervous, anxious, depressed, sad, negative. You know, it brings you you balance right back because it brings feeling of lightness and sense of serenity. It creates clear heart connection with the divine. So it really helps us to be honest with ourselves. You know, I'm not saying that you're not honest with yourself, but you know, there are so many things that are going on in our lives that are kind of affecting our attention, and they're affecting our energy, and they take attention from what we should be paying attention to. So this is fantastic when it comes to clear focus, you know, with things that you should be working on, like in terms of, you know, not readjustment, but in terms of priorities. You put this on and now suddenly you kind of feel, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But just 5 minutes before you wanted to put this on, you wanted to do something different. Let's say you wanted to go and buy chewing gums or something, and then you put this on. Chewing gums are bad for you, but then anyway, natural ones are good, not the ones with aspartame, but you know that anyway. But then let's say you wanted to go and buy chewing gums, for example, then you put this on, and then now suddenly, oh, I need to finish that paperwork. Now suddenly you like kind of, oh, something demands you're demanded to finish the paperwork, you know. So it just brings those really, really interesting parts of you out, you know, at the time when you just need to stay on top of things. So it just kind of keep on reminding you of the little specific things that we can very easily forget about. So this gorgeous silicone comes with sterling silver chain, and this comes with this gorgeous silicone pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, just get for them as well. You know, you're going to make their day, their months, their year, their years, you know, with this. You know, it's a fantastic pendant. The second important date, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to be on the 11th of March. Now, the 11th of March, the whole new balance, it's about to come in. Very, very interesting news and very interesting message you're going to have. This in itself is just this interesting news and message that you're going to have. I'm saying it's interesting because it's going to surprise you that you're having this particular news and message, and it's only going to kind of highlight how unhappy you are with certain aspects of your life, something that was making you unhappy for way too long. And what was making you unhappy for way too long? Look at this, my gorgeous Gemini. What was making you unhappy for way too long? It's to do with, look, let me show you. What was making you feel unhappy for way too long, my gorgeous Gemini? You see, it's to do with a specific person in your life. It's to do with somebody very specific, somebody very special, but it's also to do with something like left unresolved in between you and somebody else. And that was making you feel so unhappy. So now that in itself, you are going to have a very, very interesting idea, which is going to make you feel very active and determined almost immediately as soon as you have this idea. So why is this going to happen? Because the whole new balance, it's about to come in when it comes to the 11th of March. And that new balance that is going to come in, it's going to leave you with no option but to like really focus on this part of your life that makes you feel really, really unhappy. And it's almost, and almost immediately there is an idea that you're going to have, that you're going to feel so active and determined. And that in itself, you know, if it happened like only 2 or 3 months ago, or even only 2 or 3 weeks ago, you will be like, no baby, no. So this is something that is going to surprise you, how adamant and how active and how determined you're going to feel with something that you would normally run away from on miles. So this is about this new energy and balance that I'm talking about. You know, it's a lot to do with you not being able to live your life in a practical way because of this. And it's also this was affecting you from you kind of moving forward with your life and doing things in your own way. This is going to lead towards an important negotiation, but then at the same time, this is going to unlock so much creativity within. And now this is going to show you exactly what you have to be committed to, my gorgeous Gemini, on the 11th of March, because this is all going to lead towards you trusting yourself, especially when it comes to lightening your load, and also when it comes to justice, because you will know something very, very specific will be going on here. And at the same time, there is going to be a mind-blowing inspiration to do just that. On another hand, my gorgeous Gemini, what else I was going to recommend you would be this absolutely super powerful and super unique and super gorgeous Crazy Lace Jasper. Crazy Lace Jasper will ward off an evil eye, and it will bring you joy, and it absorbs emotional pain. So this helps us to stay on top of things, especially when we are going through things that are affecting us emotionally, okay? Because there is a lot of that will be going on throughout the months of March and April, that you are going to be dealing with people and situations that are going to be ultimately affecting you emotionally. And when we are affected emotionally, this is a very powerful energy and vibration that is causing us to be anxious, that is causing us to be negative, that is causing us to be stressed, that is making us to not to sleep, okay? To not to sleep how we normally sleep. So it does affect our balance one way or another. So, this is why a Crazy Lace Jasper is so important. Not only this will ward off an evil eye, but it's gonna bring you happiness, optimism. It absorbs like emotional pain, and it helps you to talk. It helps you to say things. It helps you to express yourself. It makes you feel extremely creative, but also it makes you feel happy. So if you feel sad, if you feel down, if you feel negative, if you feel unhappy, these are normal feelings and emotions that we all go through. It's life. But sometimes if that's constantly the way we feel, then we need to do something about it. It means something is wrong. So we need to do something. We need to alter a balance. And you can do so much. You're such a powerful spirit, and things like this, like Crazy Lace Jasper, it just helps you to come out of yourself. It helps you to live your life. It helps you to have a happier outlook on life. It helps you to do things you want to do that brings you happiness that you normally you would be stuck with. It helps you to go out there and enjoy yourself without any fear whatsoever. So this gorgeous Crazy Lace Jasper comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Gemini, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you, my darling. And if you also know someone who can benefit from this, just get it for them like a present. It doesn't have to be yourself, for yourself only. This is a remarkable little thing to have, to give it to yourself if you feel sad and negative and down, to promote happiness. And also if you do know someone who is sad and negative and going through something really difficult, this like really helps you to come out of yourself and just makes everything so much better. It makes darkness to become so much lighter. So ultimately, so much easier for us to deal with certain things that would normally just take all our energy away. Okay? So now, another important date, my gorgeous Gemini, it's really kind of going to be on the 27th of March. Now on the 27th of March, you, first of all, I'm sorry, but it is going to be a bit of disappointment here, because something is not going to be happening. And it's to do with something that you've been working on, something that you put so much energy towards, and something that you got stuck with, something that you were hoping that this is going to work out, but a big mama said, computer says no. No, so it's the 27th of March. You will realize, it's all entirely down to you. You're either going to plod along and you're either going to drag with this, and then it's only going to bring like a further disappointment. So it's all about you being honest with yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's life. We live and learn. It doesn't mean that everything we do and everything we start is going to be successful. Even the most successful people in life, they also have failures. They are not perfect. That's normal. You can't always be perfect. You can't always do something perfectly. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying on the 27th of March, the sooner you realize what this is, the sooner you're going to be able to move on. So of course that is to do with the 8 of Cups, my gorgeous Gemini. So it's about this continuance of effort you feeling a little bit disappointed, but then at the same time you need to understand that this is the time to move on from that particular situation, and the sooner you move on from that, the sooner you are going to have something else coming in, because this in itself was actually, believe me or not, affecting your determination. You were under some kind of a false pretense, or some kind of like false feeling of this particular thing inspiring you, but only on the 27th you're going to realize that it was actually doing completely opposite, because it was slowing you down, and it was most importantly affecting your determination. So this in itself, you are really kind of gonna feel a little bit of let down here, but at the same time, the only reason why you're gonna feel a little bit of let down, it's just a natural emotions that you're going to be going through. But also, most importantly, this is a big mama here, because you are going to understand fully well now. This is what's going to lead towards. It's all about a lesson. It's all about us going to challenge in life, but being able, not only like being successful at the end of that challenge, but being able to understand and realize that that was a challenge, but most importantly, realize the lesson. I know that this sounds like, oh God, lesson. No, baby, no. It's about you paying attention to your spirit and taking your intuition seriously. So it's not only about you understanding what has come to an end, what to move on from, something that was affecting your determination, something that's going to bring you a bit of a letdown, but at the same time you are kind of going to be able to look at this from a completely different angle, and you are going to kind of remind yourself of some kind of repeated error. And this in itself, it's also going to make you aware of like, oh my God, if you don't do this, you are going to make another useless sacrifice. So this is why this is important, because you will see that now, by you moving on from that particular situation, moving on, you are not going to make another useless sacrifice. And that to me means completely that you have learned an invaluable lesson over the last 12 months, okay? And now you're going to be reminded of that. And this is when your life is just gonna start looking up so much in so many different ways. This is all leading towards a new start where you need to trust yourself, but you also need to put your fears aside. This is gonna make you feel so much more brave. This is gonna make you feel so much more confident, but also at the same time, it's going to allow you to do what you love. It's not only about you doing what you like, but also understanding that this is going to bring you one of the highest recognitions when it comes to things that you're gonna be working on. So you need to make the most of it, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is actually going to happen to those of you in relationship. This is an important month, because now you have all been through a lot, my gorgeous Gemini. This is to do with you and your partner. It looks like somebody has affected your life a big time. Somebody who, it's not your partner, but it's somebody in your family. It's somebody, or like really close friends. There was a problem with someone. There was some kind of fallout with someone. You two with somebody in your family. And this has caused like a bit of a communication breakdown, and then everything was okay. You had so many different stages, and this is when it comes to you and your partner being able to recognize something and see the truth that these other family members maybe don't see, and this has caused some kind of problem, some kind of a blockage. And now this is important to work on, because you are going to need to find that golden middle. You are going to need to be able to find that thin line. I know it's difficult sometimes, but it doesn't mean that we need to agree about everything, with certain people in our lives. We need to understand that people are allowed to think differently, but this is something really major, and this is a bit of a touchy subject here, because this is something that was going on for years, and you do fully understand that, you need to kind of get over this, but it's easy for me to say, of course. because somebody is just going to keep on causing problems to you and your partner. So now an important thing is that there is going to be very interesting new possibility, okay, this month for you to sort an important problem when it comes to one specific person in your family that caused so much restraint in your life, and it caused so much sadness in your life. It caused loss of faith, you know, in your life. It prevented you both to achieve what you could have achieved so far because of some kind of negativity that was left in between you, your partner, and that person. So the bottom line is that I'm not saying that this is completely going to come to an end, but you must really pay attention to this remarkable new possibility that you're going to have in order to resolve some kind of issue here. This is so important to not to leave it too long. Okay. Important indeed. So when it comes to those of you that are single, my gorgeous Gemini, what is actually going to happen is that, you know, now suddenly, you know, you are gonna be working on something very specific, and especially when it comes to the actual, I would say 18th and 19th of March. 18th and 19th of March, you are really going to find out something that is just going to really interest you so much. This is for the single Geminis. So at this moment in time, and this time within this couple of days, you're going to find out something that is going to make you feel like, oh, really like you want to find out a bit further. And this is to do with your life, this is to do with your lifestyle, this is to do with you going somewhere, this is to do with you kind of checking something out, this is to do with you kind of inspecting something, because now suddenly you're going to become very curious about going somewhere and doing something. But that what you're going to want to do and where you want to go, it's going to be the direct result about you finding out maybe some kind of new shop open, some kind of new bar open, some kind of new, I don't know, exercise place open, some kind of, I don't know, it's very difficult to explain, but you are going to kind of become aware of like something that you didn't know, and then that was maybe certain like, I don't know, club it's gonna open, or I don't know, you know, it's difficult to say. And that in itself, it's gonna really kind of trigger within you like, I want to check it out, I want to go somewhere. Or you will want to continue going somewhere where you didn't go for a while, somewhere where you used to go like regularly, and then you stopped going, and then you're gonna find out something about that place, some kind of a change, something will change, and this is gonna surprise you, and you will want to inspect this. And this in itself, it's like really kind of going to start an important progress in your life. I'm not saying that you're gonna meet like the love of your life this month. I'm sorry, but you're not. Sorry, but this is just as important, because this is clearly showing you the path, how and when this is going to happen. So it's going to happen either by you really kind of like, you know, becoming aware of something that you didn't know, and something new coming up, something, oh, some kind of new place over there like you've never been before, and you will now suddenly feel an urge to go there, you know, or something that you're going to be do regularly. You know, this is complex situation. It can come in so many different ways. Or you will literally like just now suddenly want to continue going somewhere where you used to go, what you used to do, because you will hear that something changed. So it's some kind of a change that is going to be playing an important role, and this is going to put you on the path where someone very interesting is about to enter your life. And it's not going to happen in March. It's going to take a little while, but you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.